trade to the Thunder, there were some rumors swirling that he could be on the move again, kind of right away. Remember that?
Yeah, like get traded or something?
Well, nothing came to fruition because CP3 has a player option next season of just over $44 million. And he says there is, quote, no chance he declines that option, even if it would facilitate a trade to a title contender. So the trade deadline is February 6th. That's not going to happen. I believe there was a lot of conversations about him going to the Heat.
By the way, is it possible he's having a blast?
Well, I mean, he's not going to make $44 million somewhere else. Why would he decline that?
Oh, by the way, Russell Westbrook liked playing there. Players like playing there. Now, I will say Kevin Durant, maybe not, but Kevin Durant didn't like playing for the Warriors. That wasn't an OKC problem.
I mean, I think there's a lot of things that go into being happy somewhere. It's not like they have a bad organization.
Yeah, he's got another elite player. They got. I mean,
they're playing well.
Yeah, I think they have a chance. How far are they out of the playoff? They're in the 7th spot.
I think they're in the 7th spot.
Yeah,
right
I don't think if I was him, I'd want to. By the way, in L.A., he was fighting the Blake Griffin stuff and the Andre Jordan. Then he goes to Houston. Now he gets to kind of run the show, and he's
sure
having
it's
an
much more relaxed for him.
Yes.
There are a lot of trade rumors circulating right now around the NBA, obviously because the trade deadline is coming up on the 6th.
Give me one.
Well, the Lakers. There was a conversation about the Lakers and the 76ers being interested in Derrick Rose. That's one report. Yeah. Kyle Kuzma has been out there as rumored as an option to trade. The Heat are, well, he's just been like a name that's been circulating as a possible trade item for the Lakers. The Heat are reported as a possible destination for LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan. The Bucks would, quote, definitely consider trading Eric Bledsoe.
They would trade him? What do they want back?
I mean, there's going to be some moves made, obviously. The trade deadline is coming up.
I like trades.
I love the idea of the Heat getting LaMarcus Aldridge or DeMar DeRozan. You're gonna have to give a few pieces up, obviously, but that's not gonna be a.
We traded to get Tui. We traded a couple draft picks and a copy editor to be named later. That's how we got Tui on the show. We traded for him. High pick. We had to give him some high picks to get you, buddy.
Gotta give Derrick Rose a lot of credit, though.
No, I'm over him.
You're over Derrick Rose?
He's just an athletic guy who can't shoot much.
I think he's completely. Rehabilitated his career. Like, there was a time where he just wasn't even playing basketball.
I'm into the Chris Paul story. I think it's great that
love the Chris Paul story.
I think it's awesome. He can shoot his mid-range jumpers. He's got big Steven Adams. By the way, Billy Donovan, for years and years, he can't coach. Billy Donovan's fine. He can coach.
I'm gonna wait and see what's going on with this team at the end of the season, but they are playing well right now. So Derek Jeter was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility yesterday. He received 99.7% of the vote, which left him one vote shy of being unanimously voted in.
God.
He would have joined former teammate Mariano Rivera as the only players to receive 100% of the votes.
He's not the best shortstop ever. Come on, stop it. He couldn't field like Ozzie Smith, and he couldn't hit like Ripken for power. Like, stop it already.
He got 396 of 397 votes. Also, Larry Walker was elected for the Hall of Fame. This was his last year on the ballot, former Expos and Rockies outfielder.
Baseball writers this is a non-story. Who gives her? Ken Griffey didn't get unanimous. Barry Bonds still can't get in.
I only think this is a story because it was assumed he was going to be unanimous because it's Derek Jeter.
So you're going to tell me the only unanimous player of all time would be Derek? It was Tom Seaver unanimous? Who was unanimous?
No,
Mariano Rivera.
Only Mariano Rivera.
So you're going to tell me Mariano was easily the best closer ever?
Yes.
You're going to tell me that you really think Derek Jeter is more unanimous than Babe Ruth and DiMaggio?
No, but it's Derek Jeter. Like,
oh, God.
Mariano was the greatest ever, but Derek Jeter is. And not that he's not beloved, but Derek Jeter is Derek Jeter. Like,
yeah, but that shouldn't matter. He's not the best shortstop ever. If you're not the best,
obviously it doesn't. So one voter doesn't.
Baseball writers, God, get a life. It's not even a story.
It's every year.
I mocked
there
him.
is some kind of controversy with the baseball writers, and I'm not even mad at the one voter who didn't.
Who cares?
Who cares? He's in. Like, one. Okay, so what? One vote. It's not. It's gonna be all right. Get Barry Bonds in, please. Finally, this year's draft is a lot of quarterback prospects, and one of them has decided to attend the Senior Bowl, Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wentz, Baker Mayfield, and Daniel Jones reversed the trend of skipping the Senior Bowl, and they made impressions that led them to being drafted in the top 6, and Herbert hopes he can make same kind of impression, following in their footsteps, and be the next quarterback to improve his draft stock at the Senior Bowl. Jalen Hurts is also at the Senior Bowl.
He didn't have a good practice yesterday.
Well, he says he has a boulder on his shoulder heading into the NFL. I think Jalen Hurts is kind of an interesting prospect. I like Jalen Hurts more at the beginning of the season than I did at the end. But so the Senior Bowl is this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing.
I love it. I love this
what
stuff.
happens there.
If I didn't have this job, and I've thought about this before. Like when I retire and stuff in like 20 years, I'm just going to go to the Senior Bowl.
Just gonna go hang out at the Senior Bowl?
I just want to go. I'll just call some NFL buddy.
Such a draft nerd.
Oh, I would just go. I would just go in there, and I would be all over it. I would sit and hang out at the Senior Bowl, drink beer at night.
I do think it's fun to watch workouts, though.
I do too.
Think, even though I prefer, obviously, game action to do your assessment, I think at this point, if you're one of those prospects that can, just to show a little extra, go to the Senior Bowl, have a good performance at the Combine. If you're one of those guys that's like Herbert, you're right on the edge there. It's good for you.
All right, good stuff. Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Live
Very
News.
excited. Rick Bucher stops by. Good 10, 12 minutes with Rick Bucher. Zion debuts tonight. Very excited about that. That's coming up. More than 26 million customers have their DNA information in databases maintained by the 4 leading DNA testing companies. But those companies may be vulnerable to data breaches as any other company. It's important to understand how cybercrime is affecting our lives, and identity theft is another serious issue. That's where LifeLock comes in. They detect a wide range of identity threats. You could have your social security number for sale on the dark web. They detect it. They'll send you an alert. Agents, domestic agents, work to fix it. Nobody prevents all theft or monitors all transactions, but LifeLock can see stuff you'd miss and solve things you couldn't. Save up to 25% off your first year with the promo code HERD. Call 1-800-LifeLock or head to lifelock.com and use the promo code HERD. 25% off.